All right, good morning. As Andrew said, I'm Ken McKenzie. I'm the junior warden. The junior warden's responsible for the physical property, but also kind of the monetary property of the church. And so one thing that I've been doing as junior warden is heading the stewardship campaign. So it's October, so we're ready to kick off a new one. So for the next 4 weeks, we'll hear a speaker from every service will give a different talk on why they give to All Saints, why is All Saints important to them. If you haven't figured out from the prayers of the people, this year's theme is Walk in Love. There's an organization called TENS, the Episcopal Network for Stewardship, that has materials on themes for the year, and we're under no obligation to follow those. But when Andrew and I saw Walk in Love, that particularly hit home for here in All Saints, because I think All Saints is all about love. So instead of going into the theology of stewardship, I'm just going to talk about why am I here? What brought me to All Saints, and why do I love this place so much? So as many of you all know, my wife is an Episcopal priest, Jennifer McKenzie. And so for the first many years of her ordained life, me and the family would go to whatever church she was at. However, there was a time when Jennifer had some issues with the rector of the church we were at, and we eventually left. And it really hit me hard. From then on, I really did not want to have my spiritual home be tied to Jennifer's employer. So right about the same time, we live in Northern Virginia, but we bought a weekend place down in the south part of the county. So we would drive home on Sunday evenings, and the 503, I don't know if y'all remember the 503 service, but every Sunday night, or maybe once a month, there'd be a band, contemporary music, but with a very spiritual side to that. So we decided to stop here one Sunday afternoon. And I tell you, it was not a great first impression. It was in the parish hall. This is before the parish hall was redone, and so you had like this dingy old tile and low lights and dim lights, and we were one of the few people there. But there were so few people there, we knew we couldn't sneak out. So we said, we'll stick it out. But then the band played, and oh my God, they were good. And we stayed for dinner, and we just felt the love of this place. So I started coming more and more during during the weekends, and really became attached to this home. So in the first letter from John, the author says, "Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God, and everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God." And I just think it's so applicable here. We practice love on a daily basis, be it in the ministries we support, like Reading Camp and Project Echo, Heartfelt, Safe Nights. I'm sure I'm leaving a ton out. But there's a lot going on, and love is central to everything. But these ministries cost money, and so we do really need for you to consider if you can give this year. We also have a beautiful, nearly 250-year-old building, but that requires maintenance as well. So whatever you can do over the next month would be great. So nuts and bolts, we'll have a talk each of the Sundays for October. November 3rd is our feast day, All Saints. So we'll lay off stewardship for a week, and then on the 7th, we'll have the in-gathering where people will bring their pledge envelopes and kind of make a visible commitment to All Saints. I know a lot of people give but don't pledge. If you could pledge, that would be great, because it makes just our budgeting a little bit easier to do. So in closing, I think All Saints is just the perfect embodiment of love. And in some ways, the world is just becoming so divisive over these past 10 years. We've kind of all broken into our teams, and if you're not on my team, you're a bad person. But this place is an anomaly. It's not like that. I would venture to say, I know most of the folks here. I have no idea who votes for whom, because it's just not, the team thing is not important to us here. We put love over self-interest. So thanks for letting me spend a few minutes with you, and walk in love.